to you. This play brings forth the figurative trials and tribulations of two families, the hiders and the seekers, who are separated by the barrier and who are all played and controlled by the dark mask. The hiders, well, they are known so because they hide their true identities, their true feelings and emotions. They hide themselves in their protective shells and shy away from the outer world. Whereas seekers, they seek friendship, love, affection and attention. They seek a helping hand, a unified society and undisputed acceptance. Day 0. A child is born in the hider family, wriggling its arms and legs and crying with all its strength. The same day, a child is born in the seeker family, with its umbilical cord strangled around its neck, suffocating the infant and threatening its very survival. The hider child responds to the screening test in a way that is considered to be clinically normal, but the seeker child doesn't. The doctors convey the happy news to the hiders and the unhappy news to the seekers. The hiders rejoice, exchange pleasantries, and the father proudly walks towards his child. Meanwhile, the seekers agonize, exchange fears, and the father worriedly walks out of the room. The hiders and seekers eventually settle down in their respective abodes, where the child begins its journey, the journey of milestones. A month after 0 day, the hider child flips, but the seeker child doesn't. 6 months hence, young hider starts crawling, but young seeker doesn't. He is still painfully forced to flip. 3 months hence, the cruising starts. But 4 years hence, the hider child is all ready to go to a school. He is all prepped up to go out of the mother's globe. He can now sit, stand, walk, run, talk, play and learn. The joyous parents dress him up. They clothe him well, brush his hair and bid farewell to his innocent self. Finally, when the moment is right, they bring out the dark mask and shield his face with it. The child is now a product of the mechanized world. The mask casts its shadow upon him and hides his true identity. It makes him a product of the civilized society. Makes him hide his true self. The darkness repels every pleasant emotion from the innocent child and forges him into a machine that can be controlled to the whims and fancies of the civilized society. The doctor expresses her concern and talks the parents into having their child admitted to a school, a spastic society, where he would be in the company of the light and where he would feel at home. The hider child learns to be disrespectful, disobedient, impish. He begins to hold grudges and values his work based on the opinions of other people who are imbibed with jealousy, hatred, anguish, and egocentric attributes. But the seeker child learns to be happy, respectful, and obedient. He is encouraged to make more friends who make him forget his ailments and aid in installing happiness. seeker looks at his surroundings, each and every bit of it, and traps it all in his mind. He feasts on it, feasts on the hope of being able to walk and count, able to shake hands without aid, able to ride a tricycle, able to love and converse with his fellow mates, able to run freely and without restraint. But then he is stopped by the barrier, stopped from moving to the other side. But this won't stop the child. No, it doesn't. He knows that a mere barrier can't stop him, and he is right. He drifts through the other side, saying his way to the forbidden land, and he is really happy to be there. He likes the thought of getting to play with all the kids, to be their friend, to interact with them, to console them, and to share a vast world with them. But no matter what he does, he isn't that separate. He realizes that his existence and wishes are nothing more than a shadow that gets bizarrely engulfed by the darkness of the civilized society. So he gets back to being who he was born to be, gets back to the world he despises. But the one he indeed cannot live without. A few years later, when the age of marked cards begins, he is forced to distance himself from his friends, who apparently spoil the serenity of his character. The child is ridiculed and beaten by unsatisfied parents. Whereas on the other side, the parents are mesmerized by the child's innocence and the sheer knowledge of its progress in spite of the many hindrances. They are happy to be with their child, to be a conspicuous part of his life. They are proud of him. They accept him for who he is. The child then unveils the dark mask and makes them a part of his world, the placid world. The relatives always try to find the so-called faults in him, never appreciating him for his true persona, never even trying to encourage what he truly desires. They all are the loyal minions of the dark mask. They want the child to be valued by the ideals of the society, no matter the consequences it would have on the child. They want him to be constrained, chained, be a machine. But the child doesn't like this world. No, he doesn't. Not one bit. Though the dark mask forbids his true character to resound, he has what it takes to overpower it, curiosity. This curiosity will keep him on the run, always, until he finds what he truly desires. But when he gets closer, the mask will play its role. It will summon its minions and pull him back to remorse darkness. But the curiosity won't really die. He would wait like an eagle, crying for the right opportunity. And when he happens upon it, he would fight his way and push himself across the barrier. But the mask would fight for the confinement of his creature, his precious machine. But the zealous boy would fight his way through to the other side. The side where he would find everything this world failed to give. Everything he had at heart. Everything the mask forbids. Everything a child ever wants. Family who will accept him for who he is. Friends who want to be with him irrespective of the moronic trivialities. And teachers who do nothing but guide him to do what he desires and make him feel welcome. In the words of Martin Luther, human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step towards the goal requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. The tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals. Life isn't a matter of mere milestones, but of moments. Moments that are worth reliving in the time to come. Moments that burn the sufferings and become the light of the consciousness. Moments which remind people that the world is still a conducive place for all its children who are all born equal. Now let us together hide and seek. Hide the unpleasant winds of the dark nature and seek an environment where everyone can exist in peaceful coexistence. One for all and all for one.